What's up, guys? It's Ugo Strange here with another episode of The Arena. Thank you guys for watching. So last time we took a look at Pat Stay versus Arsenal. Very controversial battle. I'm still getting comments on that, and people seem to be enjoying this series, so thank you very much. Today we're going to look at another controversial battle. Very debated, very huge battle. We're going to be looking at Math Hoffa versus T-Rex.
They say impossible could never be done, but is it possible that I'll be the one? So any obstacle will be overcome with every chord that has never been sung. So I tell them like, I know it, I know it, I know that I'm here to stay. But what's time and where's here? You have X amount of minutes.
I hope I don't have to introduce these two. Math Hoffa is a very well-decorated rapper, most known for being one of the first and only people to crush Iron Solomon, and putting the smack in smack punching out Doze during a rap battle. Math Hoffa is one of the big names in the URL, and he's from Brooklyn, a city very well known for producing formidable MCs. On the other side of the ring is T-Rex, one of the most aggressive battlers I have ever seen. Rex is most known for crushing all competition put in his way, and also for backing current battle rap veteran Murder Mook. Rex is one tough battler that ain't to be messed with, and in my eyes is currently undefeated. T-Rex is from Harlem, and anyone who knows anything about rap in general knows that when it involves New Yorkers, they get mad competitive. Now, I don't know the story between Rex and Math, but I do have an idea as to where this all began. During a Smack event when Math Hoffa was battling Doze, Math's opening line was, "I was supposed to battle T-Rex, but he was scared." Naturally, being a rapper, Rex took offense to that, and the dream battle that everyone wanted, Math Hoffa versus T-Rex, was well underway. Just so everyone understands, this is like a heavyweight fight here. This is Goku versus Vegeta, Ken versus Ryu, Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, and any other rivalry you can think of. This is one of my favorite battles, and I was rooting for both sides. Math is one of my favorite battlers, Rex is one of my favorite battlers, and I knew this was going to be a huge battle, and it didn't disappoint. The only problem is, there were no judges. Now, I don't know if there were judges or not, but if this battle was judged, it wasn't judged on camera, which pisses me off, because it left a lot of fans, including Rex and Math, debating on who won the battle. So being a fan of both MCs and a connoisseur of the battle rap world in general, I'm going to offer my opinion on who won and how. Let's get to the battle.
Round 1. Fight!
So T-Rex is up first. Rex opens up with a flurry of punches like he usually does. This is par for the course for Rex. But listen to the content. His opening line addresses where this whole thing started.
I was supposed to battle T-Rex, but he was scared. Y'all remember that?
One thing I absolutely have to give Rex credit for is that he knows how to handle a crowd. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A rap battle is a debate. A debate isn't about speaking to your opponent. A debate is about speaking to a crowd. And that's something that Rex does perfectly in this battle. Going in hard right from the get-go and addressing the Doze situation, then questioning Math's credibility to the crowd.
Thirsty to kill him. I call smack like where that nigga at. Mook said don't pay him no mind, Rex, that nigga whack. And all that swinging on you shit'll get that nigga clapped. I said, yep. He ain't gonna try me, I'm a veteran, thinking I'm Doze will get him a dose of his own medicine.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Doze situation, there's a link below that explains everything. But long story short, a rapper from Philly named Doze got in Math's face during the battle. Math told Doze prior to the battle that he doesn't want people in his face, which Doze agreed to, and then went back on his word. When Doze got in Math's face during the battle, Math punched Doze out, and then a fight broke out. Anyway, look at how T-Rex presents his content.
So many shots that his head is spin, his body is in shock, his nerves is jumping, his legs are twitch. Caught him on a late night, let him in. He see this gun, he starts to run, reveling. It's a flood, he in his blood, doggy peddling. The knife's out, now it's lights out, I'm Con Edison. Niggas like Math get bad luck. He named himself shit like Math, and what he say don't never add up.
Now, it's obvious that when someone walks around with a name like Math, they're going to encounter some math-related bars. It just comes with the territory. Some of those bars can be bad, others can be good. Personally, I think Iron Solomon came up with the best math bars I've ever heard. T-Rex just goes for a basic maths addition bar, which isn't bad and he doesn't carry it too far. It's just a launching pad to question math's street cred, which was hilarious.
He lie about the car that he be driving with no keys, it's just Metro cards that's in his pocket. And then he talk how he be pushing the car, that's cause his gas ran out and he was pushing the car. He talking how he getting weight off, how Graham's getting straight off, only hard right he touched was used to knock in the 8-ball. That scar on his face came when he fell off the skateboard. I drag him to China to throw him over the Great Wall.
He picks on the scar, his hood cred, and the claims he made in prior battles. Once again, like any good debate, you have to present your case. T-Rex dismantles Math's credibility right from the start, rather than going on about himself. Then T-Rex addresses Math's battle history, once again dismantling Math's credibility as a worthy opponent. Keep in mind that all of this is personal content that can only be said to Math and no one else. This is a prime example as to why T-Rex is the battler that he is, because he knows how to address the crowd, how to manage his content, and how to do homework on his opponent.
I got a call from Tech 9 like, why you battling with Math? We seen them twice, it only equals to a battle and a half. One of them he was losing, hit a nigga with a cross. The other one was like, white man can't jump. He got hustled, but he lost. Barrels could be drawn, have pellets hit his head. His brains on the wall looking like relish, but it's red. I know he regret throwing that punch. I was there. I seen a lot of shit that niggas didn't get clear. I know you regret throwing that swing, dog, because them Philly niggas start fucking you up when they cut them cameras off. He was running, nigga, I was right there. I stepped back. He was bleeding and was done, like the sling from Left Rack. I feel like Jimmy when the Coogee on. I'm shining in the club. Jim Jones in the Louis store. Ron Artest in the crowd. I'm like, who won it, black? I'm Remy Ma in the room like Math where my money at. I have his hands in the air like jumping jacks. No football. I throw bullets that are running backs. He probably got a vest on under that, but he dead if he ain't got on a Teflon fitted hat.
Sure, he had some generic lines, and the generic lines aren't bad, but generic lines are best when you mix them in with personals. So after Rex attacks Math's hood cred and battle cred, he goes on to attack his personal life.
That's your girl, you kiss her and you hug her. I knows. She a hood booger, so I pluck her. After I fuck her, I say fuck her, but one man garbage, the next man treasure. You could cuff her. I gotta tell you some shit that might make you cry. Shit about your girl happened mid-July. Pregnant pussy, the best pussy, that's no lie. She was 9 months, I was poking his little daughter in the eye.
I mean, damn! That's a grimy bar if I ever heard one. But like I said, Rex is vicious as hell, and if you want to beat Rex, you're gonna have to get on his level. I'm not saying you have to shout like he does, I'm just saying you have to bring the same amount of energy and content to battle his. Because anyone who sleeps on Rex will get killed and has been killed. This also might be a good time to talk about the size difference between these two. Clearly Rex is short, but the way he carries himself, you would swear they were the same size. One thing I love about Rex is that he's a big presence. I mean, if he's battling, you're gonna pay attention to him regardless. He carries himself with an attitude that says, I refuse to be ignored. And he presents it nicely with his gesticulations, vocal projections, and aggressiveness. If I had to say anything about Rex, I'd say that he uses his size to his advantage, and it works for him.
I'm a G, that's me, as your niggas know. He try T, then he bleed, you know, minstrel. That 40 sitting on my table like a dinner roll. Like the middle of a magazine, I make it centerfold. My crew raw, get his top blew off. Cortez done took more L's than Snoop Dogg.
So not only does Rex attack Math's hood cred, battle cred, and his personal life, Rex attacks Math's crew, NYB. which features another New York battler named Cortez, who Rex names directly and claims that Cortez lost a lot of battles.
He be fucking with bitches that look like RuPaul. Ain't being around these pussies, I'm getting blue balls.
This was a strong opener and a strong closer for Rex, like always. This is a pretty standard performance for Rex, and I don't mean that in a bad way. He attacks Math with the same viciousness that he attacks everyone else with. So if I were in Math's shoes, I'd have to battle Rex on personals and rebuttals. The main tactic here after a round like that would be to dismantle Rex's credibility and establish my own. Having Rex go first is kind of a bad move because he established the tone of the battle. The battle is now a fight over personal lives and credibility. Let's see if Math can do it. Math goes in and starts off with his usual methodological flow. One of the things I love about Math is that he builds up a head of steam like a train. It starts off slow and then gets faster and harder and heavier.
Yo, yeah, I got a scar from fights, plus scars over strikes. You got scars on your pipe from Webster's overbite.
Now the first two lines I have to address. Math is essentially saying that Webster is giving Rex head. The problem is, getting your dick sucked isn't an insult. Sucking dick is an insult. So that line is not really a punch. And then we get the rebuttal.
Saying he fucked my girl? Come on, Rex, that's a greasy bar. Cause if she's sucking my dick, she wouldn't even give you CPR.
Let's look at what that's supposed to be a rebuttal for.
I gotta tell you some shit that might make you cry. Shit about your girl happened mid-July. Pregnant pussy, the best pussy, that's no lie. She was 9 months, I was poking his little daughter in the eye.
In all seriousness, that is a gut punch from Rex. He attacked his girl and his daughter in one line. So that rebuttal from Math didn't quite match the ferocity of the line it was addressing. That's what makes a good rebuttal. In KOTD, Jack Shit battled Kid Twist. In one line, Jack Shit called Kid Twist Kid Twizzler because Kid Twist is skinny.
Side splitting. When the fuck did they start making white licorice? It's Kid Twizzler.
Now that was a heavy line. It was hilarious and the delivery was on point. Kid Twist, being the guy that he is, grabbed that line and used it against Jack in a rhyme scheme where he had sex with Jack's mom and stated that his licorice is black. Listen.
Every time you're spitting shit, it's whack. Fuck a white Twizzler. Your bitch said my licorice is black.
That is a perfect example of an excellent rebuttal. It not only matched the heaviness of the line that it was addressing, but it was funnier and delivered better. Math, on the other hand, didn't match the ferocity or the delivery.
If y'all think I'm just battling Rex, then think again. I got the word from a bird, Mook assisted him with the pen. So y'all pick out the bars his sister insisted in, and this gonna be a preview of whenever I get to him.
Now Math goes into a beautiful presentation about how Mook helped Rex construct his bars. Not a punch, but it was a nice setup and a nice way to gather some credibility. So very clever on Math's part.
You remind me of my shit, Rex, because every time I take one, I wipe and look down and think, where I know that face from? Then one day it hit me. The shape form, I ain't wrong. It looked like T-Rex swimming with a white cape on.
This is sad. I gotta address that that line was supposed to be funny, but at the same time, it's kind of disgusting. The last thing I want to think about in a battle is Math taking a dump, wiping his ass and looking down at his own feces. I mean, I get it. It'd be funny if I hadn't seen him do much better than this, but no. Math is better than this. There were much more clever ways to say Rex looks like shit, and that just wasn't it.
Even if you showed up here with your game face on, your firecracker bars can't calm a tank of napalm. I'm like an A-bomb popping off, Mazel Tov. I sip a Molotov cocktail and spit a Holocaust. I'm kind of lost by this matchup.
Y'all trying to force a paper plane to face a stealth bomber armed with tomahawks? You can't beat nobody out. Not Hollow Arse, Cortez, Ice Goods. Y'all thought he'd be a problem for the dude that took iron off? This fucking little dinosaur? I'ma wipe him off like the comet did some time before.
Math starts to unload, goes on the offensive, attacking Rex' credibility, naming off the people Rex can beat, and then reestablishing his own by stating his prior victory over Iron Solomon. This is great. This is where he needs to stay. This kind of battle tactic is very effective against someone with an aggressive style like Rex. Math needs to stay on this and drill it into the crowd. Granted, there are no personals here, but it's a nice momentum and an excellent presentation of self-affirmation.
Right now he thinking, finally, Daddy's spending time with me. He said he said he'd take me to school. I guess he wasn't lying to me. Me as your father, that's a horrible sight. Shorty, whoa. Especially because I heard his mama look like Shorty Low.
Then he goes into a daddy joke about him being Rex's father. This is funny, yes, but again, Rex established the tone of the first round and it's not funny. It's an attack on credibility and personals. Math was doing great attacking Rex's credibility, but now he drops that and resorts back to comedy. It's not bad either, it's not heavy content. It's generic and it doesn't carry the same weight as Rex's lines. It really boils down to who has the stronger presentation. Rex came with a lot more personals and addressed each one point by point. Math really didn't have any personals on Rex this round.
Now, I heard Rex been training hard. He showed up waging war, but forgot to wear his training bra. Yo, when you rhyme about how your tech keep popping, it's kind of hard to get scared because your breasts keep flopping.
He gets on Rex about being chubby, and again, it's funny. But Rex came stupid personal, getting at Math with bars specifically catered to Math. Some generic stuff in there, yes, but it all blended with the personals perfectly and it was presented viciously and without humor. I'm not saying humor is bad, but the humor here isn't as vicious as Rex. But Math gets back on point.
Now, Rex say he squeezed still, but he ain't got a street feel. This nigga by the street as a dirt road through a wheat field. You the block herb. Top nerd, a wankster. So it was awkward when you told awkwards you was a gangster. Now I could get you trapped in your lobby. Back then I bet you start yapping, I'm sorry. Background splatter, one blast from a shoddy. He on the floor trying to sweep his stomach back in his body.
Excellent! Excellent! You can even see Mook nodding. That was a heavy line and a great way to address...
He see this gun, he starts to run. Reverend. It's a flood, he in his blood, doggy pedaling. The knife's out.
That's the kind of viciousness Math needs to maintain if he's going to get a win. That matched Rex's line perfectly. No humor, great image, great delivery, beautiful setup, flawless. Then he goes on.
Now you can rhyme from heaven. Tell Mook I ain't forget him. He on 116, and I move with them kind of weapons that'll spin your block around and flip it upside down. So I have 116 looking like 9/11.
Clever. Great delivery. This is where he needs to stay. Great wordplay as well. And the fact that Math knew he'd have to flip 116 upside down and spin it around is genius. I'm saying that because if he just said, I'll flip your block upside down, it would have been 119, and the line would have lost all meaning. So kudos to Math for coming up with that.
Scuffles to the gunfights. I never lived a chump's life. He tried to play hard, pull my card, find out the guard is Trump tight. Give it a couple months, right? After how I battle him, I'm gonna be on smack again, and he gonna be on bum fights.
I feel like after that bar, Math is kind of powering down because he goes back to the slow delivery. Not a bad thing either. I like the way Math goes about doing that. He'll build up a head of steam, go hard, and then at the end, slow down and end with a burst of energy. He did it the same way against Iron Solomon and used it as a punctuation on his closing punchline, which worked perfectly. And it does here as well.
Nigga, you rap like you in a cat fight. You black like coal and you swole like a fat dyke. He the fag type, blowing niggas bagpipe. Put a black light over his ass, you gonna see mad white.
So round one, I have to give to T-Rex. It was close, but T-Rex edged it on personals and battle style. Like I said, T-Rex went at math personally and addressed things relevant to math and only math and presented them to the crowd in a vicious and unforgiving manner. Math could have taken Rex on personals and rebuttals, which is how I would have gone about doing it. Math had a few great lines, but they weren't on the same level as Rex's personal lines on Math. So I gotta give this round to Rex for knowing his opponent. Let's move on to round two.